Hey there everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to talk about Apple's upcoming cheap phone. Apple will introduce a cheap iPhone likely by the end of the April. We are going to get a cheaper mid-range iPhone soon. Apple surprised the industry a little in 2016 when it launched a revamped versions of an old design. Now it seems we are finally going to get a replacement, and it won't be called iPhone 9. Instead it will just be called iPhone SE again, which everybody will most likely add a year to, like iPhone SE 2020. Those expecting another powerful tiny iPhone 5s lookalike might be disappointed. It will most likely resemble and replace the iPhone 8 but with the iPhone XR or iPhone 11 related insights. Pricing and release are pretty crucial for the iPhone SE 2020. Given its name, it's probably going to be the cheapest iPhone available when it is released. Bloomberg stated that Apple was ramping up the mass production in February. Apple was rumored to hold an event on 31st March, but the given current state of affairs globally, that didn't happen. And we got press releases about the MacBook Air and the new iPad Pro instead. The new iPhone SE is in 2020 was the iPhone SE in the 2016. The body of an old phone but with the internals and hardware of a modern flagship device. After an April 2020 leak, it appears that Apple will indeed use the iPhone SE name once more. The design of the iPhone SE has some fairly hefty bezels at the top and the bottom, with the lower chin playing home to the Touch ID sensor. With this older design, it looks very unlikely we'll see some Face ID facial recognition. Touch ID will remain for now. Last year's Apple iPad Air and iPad Mini revealed that Apple isn't afraid to stick with the Touch ID on their lower priced models. Once more interesting point is that it appears the glass of the back could be frosted just like the finish of the glass on the iPhone 11 Pro. Again, it is just a details by a person creating the render. It is not necessarily an accurate representation of the phone. The screen of the iPhone SE suggested that the iPhone would retain the enormously popular smaller size of 4 inches from the SE. 326 ppi Retina display we saw in the iPhone 5 remains clear and crisp. Even its 1136x640 resolution is now dated. If the design does take after the iPhone 8, it seems more likely we are talking about a smaller 4.7 inches display from that device too. That means it should be sharp and detailed. One thing that seems really clear about the iPhone SE camera is that there has one sensor based on the renders and the fact of the iPhone 8 had the single camera. It is safest bet to assume no dual or triple camera will appear on it. As of the exact specifications and capabilities of the camera, that's unknown given Apple's recent history of the sticking with the 12 megapixel camera sensors. These seems another safe bet, likely with 4K resolution recording. If it has the same camera as the iPhone 8, it will be capable of shooting up to 60 frames per second too. It has been rumored that the camera unit itself is larger. Some of the earliest rumors suggested that we are going to see the A13 Bionic processor inside the iPhone SE. This would give the iPhone SE the same power as the iPhone 11. If it's true, this would surely mean the discontinuation of the iPhone 8. It's also been suggested that the iPhone SE will have 64, 128 or 256 GB mod of storage with 3 GB of RAM. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, take care.